Hello all of you awesome people out there, and welcome back to another super awesome mega wicked cool video done by myself, Disowned Hero. And today we've got one of the biggest mining ships you can get in high security space, the Orca, and we're going to have a quick look at it, see how it handles, see how it performs, see what its bonuses are, and whether you should fly one. So to begin with, I want to thank Xbox Gamers S4 for lending me this ship. Thanks matey, it saves me having to go and buy one, although I will admit that this was actually originally mine. I bought it to help run mining fleets in the corp because no one had one, and then all of a sudden everyone had one, so didn't really see the point in owning it anymore. But it's gone full circle now and it's back with me, and I'm going to be taking it out for a spin. So to begin with, like I said, it is the biggest mining ship, or the biggest ship that has mining bonuses that you can fly in high security space. If you have a quick look at the ship tree, we can see that obviously we have the mining frigates, the ventures, that kind of stuff there all over high sec, mining barges all over high sec, exhumers and stuff like that all over high sec. And if we come down this way, we actually have to go through the Noctis, which isn't mining related but is still there. And then we have the porpoise, which is like the mini Orca, and then the Orca. After that, you have to go to low and null, because the next one is the capital mining ship, the Rockwell. So yes, it is the biggest mining ship you can get in high security space. Let's have a quick look at this ship, see what its bonuses are, and what we need to be training to get into it. So to begin with, to get into this ship, you need quite a lot of skills in mining, and to make it useful, you kind of need a lot more as well. So I'm not going to go through all these individually, but they are the ones you kind of need to have. So you're going to have to dedicate some time to actually get into this thing. If we have a look at the traits then, for the industrial command ships bonus, we get quite a few things for like bursts and stuff. They include a 5% bonus to ship cargo and ore hold capacity. This thing has a massive ore hold, which we'll see soon. So you'll never have to worry about Joe constantly having to make trips back to a station. It gets 3% bonus to mining foreman burst effect, strength and duration, and a 1% bonus to shield command burst, effect, strength and duration as well. We get a 10% bonus to drone hit points, damage and ore mining yield, and we also get a 10% reduction in drone ice harvesting cycle time. Good thing to note, if you are into ice harvesting and you're looking for the best ship available for actual mining yield, the Orca, once you get to like absolute max skills, best implants, best drones you can afford, that kind of stuff, the Orca will outmine ice faster than any other ship. So this is the one. This is your end game for ice in high security space. If you don't believe me, have a look on Google. You'll soon figure it out. So the roll bonus then, we get a 100% bonus to drone or mining yield, which is really useful since drones is the only way you're going to be mining in this ship. You cannot fit strip miners, you cannot fit mining lasers or anything like that. You're sheerly relying on your drones. We get a 25% reduction in drone ice harvesting cycle time, 100% bonus to drone damage, 400% bonus to remote shield booster optimal range. So this thing with its boosts up here and its remote shield boosters is going to be ideal if you're running little fleets. And we also get a 90% reduction to effective distance traveled for jump fatigue. So if that's something you're going to be doing, then nice little 90% reduction for that. We get a 50% bonus to command and mining foreman burst area of effect range, 250% bonus to tractor beam range, 100% bonus to tractor beam velocity, and a 500% bonus to survey scanner range. Now this one comes in quite handy since the Orca is extremely slow at doing absolutely anything. The last thing you want to be doing is having to slow a boat over to something to actually scan it. So yeah, we get that as well. So this ship then, I've actually flown this. Like I said, this one was originally mine. It works out brilliantly if you have about 5 or 6 people mining. You'll sit in one of these. They'll all be around in their barges, exhumers, ventures, whatever they're in. You'll give boosts out, and everything goes hunky-dory. They can actually access your ore hold as well, so they don't even need to go back to station. You can simply change your ore hold here to allow access for people in your fleet or even in your corp. So rather than them filling up the ore hold in say 5-10 minutes and having to jump backwards and forwards to stations, they can come to you and drop it all off. And the ore hold and stuff in these is rather large. We get 400 M3s in this thing, and that's the maintenance bay, sorry. In the fleet hangar we get 40 M3s. In the ore hold we have 172,000 M3s of space. Like I said, this thing is really good when it comes to fleets and stuff, because you can also put ships in here, so you can fly around with ships in your hold, so people can turn up halfway through a mining operation maybe and just steal a mining ship off you and carry on. You can also put, I don't know, combat chips in here. Maybe you see something approaching, you're like, okay, we need to combat fit up. We can put a few things in here, but I've not actually done that part. And to be honest, if you are going to be taking this thing into hostile territory, I would advise definitely being in a large scale mining operation where you have defense and stuff, because these things are prime juicy targets in low and null sec. If they're kind of on their own with just 1 or 2 miners around them, so you've got no chance you will be taken out. So the drone bay as well, we get 200 M3s in there, so lots of goodies we can fit in here. I simply just have 5 Hob 2s just to get rid of some rats if any turn up, and the augmented mining drones, which are the best, I believe, for the price anyway. I mean, there is more, but they cost like near enough $1 each. Pretty sure you need a raw call for them anyway, so the augmented ones are kind of your best bet. We also get 30,000 M3s in our normal hold as well. So yeah, it's a very nice, lovely, big ship. Can fit lots of ore inside it. Mines, not too bad, although it's only relying on drones, so you need decent drone skills, which I do not have, but at least I can actually mine something whilst I'm in this thing. So when it comes to fleets and stuff, it's ideal. So let's undock this thing and go over some of its downsides. Now, the first thing you need to know about the Orca is it is incredibly slow. Let's just activate these things. I mean, our max speed in this is probably 118 millisecond. I should have checked that actually before we left. We get a max speed of 75 meters a second, so we've actually jumped out of the station faster than our ship can go, so we're massively de-accelerating. The align time on this is also extremely slow, something like, again, let's bring this up, something like 60 seconds, I believe. Oof, near enough. We've got 41 seconds to align, and its warp speed is 2 AU, but it just feels like it takes a lifetime to go or do absolutely anything. So let's just jump over here, shall we, and start mining away. So can I actually warp to these from where I am? Yes, I can. I believe I want, I'm not much of a miner, by the way. I do take part in it from time to time, just to kind of, you know, have a chat with my corp. It's a nice way to relax and just have a talk about what's going on. So let's just warp to this one here within Naught and start mining away. And now you'll see exactly how slow this thing is at warping. And there we go, we're finally in warp. Yes, we're pointing the other direction, so the warp time took even longer, but this thing is still incredibly slow. Honestly, when I first bought one of these from Jita, I undocked it and I jumped one system, I was like, to hell with this. I actually went to get my freighter to move it in the freighter, because the freighter moved faster than this thing did. But once it's actually in position, you can pretty much stay here as long as you want. All we need to do now is just simply lock this asteroid up, get our drones out, and just leave them to blap away at this rock. Now, like I said, this thing is mainly meant, in my opinion, for running with friends. So I'll be giving boosts off now. People will be filling me up full of ore. Maybe every now and then you might have a cargo ship come in. I'll drop it. They'll pick it up and take it off. Just means everyone can stay on grid that bit longer, get a little bit more mining efficiency out of their ships through the boosts and all that kind of good stuff. But solo, if you wanted to do a little bit of AFK-ness, this thing would be quite good. You can simply leave maybe 3 mining drones out and have 2 combat drones, just in case any rats turned up. Or you could even go to a 0.1 or 0.9 system. No. Basically the highest security systems where rats don't appear. You could just leave this thing out. You could have 1 drone on this rock, 1 drone on that one, 1 on that one, 1 on that one. So, and you could just simply mine away. So when it comes to mining drones, then that's exactly how we're going to be filling our ore hold up. There are a few skills to pay attention to, all under the drone skills selection little window bar here, and they are drones. Obviously you kind of need drones up as far as you can go, because, well, you want 5 mining drones, going to be better than 4, it's going to be better than 3, and so on. Other than that, we have mining drone operation, which I have maxed out, and then there is a few others which actually I did not realize. So if you're going for ice, obviously we have ice harvesting drone operation over here as well. They're going to be nice for your ice. We also have, if I can find it, advanced, there's another one somewhere. Where is it? drone navigation. Yep, drone navigation is going to help as well because it means your drones can get out to the rock and come back faster. Because every time they fill up, they have to return to you and then go back out again. So that one's also good to have. We have... not that one. Oh, it is that one. Drone interface. I've actually dragged that over here so we can see it better. Drone interfacing. This is a big one which I didn't actually know about. I never actually went through the drone skills. I kind of went, I've got mine into 5. That's pretty much all that's there. But it turns out drone interfacing is a major one because you get a 10% bonus to drone damage, which kind of isn't really important to us, but you also get a 10% bonus to drone mining yield per level. So if you get that up to 5, your 5 mining drones will be doing the work of like, what, 7.5 drones compared to if you had this at 0. Now I have this at 0 because like I said, I didn't know it existed till literally about an hour ago, so I don't have it. So if you can get the speed up for your drones, obviously they're going to be going back towards the rock faster. It's going to help drone interfacing. You get extra 10% per level. That's going to help. And we have drones, obviously, so we can have 5 of them out, and mining drone operation for the 5% drone yield per skill level. As far as I'm aware, they are the only ones. There are implants and stuff you can get, and there's even, I don't think he's got them fitted to this ship. We didn't even go through the fitting. Oh, he has got them fitted to this ship. There is large drone mining augmenters as well, which will help increase your drone's mining. So the fit Xbox has put on here includes a salvager one in the highs. We also have a small tractor beam, which is kind of important, especially if you're going to be doing drop can mining, where you'll basically have your whole fleet maybe, or mining fleet maybe not around you, but within 70 kms. Although, to be honest, if you wanted to take advantage of your boosts, if you were running any, Xbox doesn't seem to have any here, so you'd want them within about 30-40 k's anyway. But basically, they'll just drop the ore rather than having to come to your ship to drop it off. They'll drop the ore in a cargo container. You'll simply use the tractor beam to pick it up and put it in your hold yourself. Salvager, obviously in case some loot pops up, you can grab that as well. We have a medium clarity ward booster. Looks like we actually have 2 of them on here. We've got an upgraded thermal dissipation amplifier, limited adaptive invulnerability field, and a EM ward field as well in the mids. Now this ship is primarily obviously shield tanked, since there's like, well, 5 mids and only 2 lows. And in the lows, we have a damage control 2 and a reinforced bulkheads. These things are prime targets. I never said that before, but people hunt these. Not so much code and gankers, because obviously they have a hell of a tank on them. But if you're in any type of war, or if you're in low sec, or anywhere where a player can engage you, they will actively hunt these because they are worth, well, actually at the moment their ship price has gone down. I think in GT you can buy them for like 500 mil or less, but they used to be worth a lot more. But yeah, they're worth close to $1 billion, especially when these things start getting full. I don't think there's anything in this. I didn't even check. No, there's nothing in this. Especially when you start getting full, you can easily have like 100 mils worth of ore on you. Add that to it down here, and it's literally, you know, a bill kill. So yeah, these things are well hunted for. So like I said, if you are going anywhere dangerous, you kind of want to have some combat ships with you to help defend. Alright, so I don't really know what else to say about this ship, really. If we go into the fitting, we can have a look at some of the nice, tasty skills we've got. We've got pretty much the same skills you'd get on any other mining barge extreme. We've got the Amar kind of skin on there. We can go for the Angel one, which is actually a nice, cool camouflage one. I like the look of that one. Got Blood Raiders. We have the Caldari Industrial, which is a bit boring and plain. We've got the Claim Foreman, which looks similar to the Amar. We have the Dig Master Blazon, which is a hell of a name for a skin. It's not that impressive to look at, but it's a hell of a name. Galente. We have the Glacial, which I've never been a fan of these, but well, some people like them. We have the Gavistas, which again looks kind of cool, like a camouflage effect on there. Load stroke, that's actually quite nice as well. We have Minmatar. We have the Morphite, which is a bit of an odd colour combination. We have the Nox, I'm going to call that. Nox Rush. Payday Dirt. The Rosada Dawn. I think that's how you say that one. Rosada Dawn. Nice pink. If I was to actually get this, this would be the skin I go for. I like to go for the unusual ones, especially for this character who does like a lot of mining. We have the Sancha Industrial one. And that is it. So it's a very nice ship. My final thoughts on this would be it's a very nice ship. I do like flying it. If you're the only person in a mining fleet, you will always be invited out to play, which is always nice. It can be a little bit slow at mining. I mean, the actual mining yield on this thing is sheerly down to your drones. And if I just open up my fitting here and have a quick look at what my drones are actually mining at. We've got 5 of these, and I'm presuming that's 5 times 178 meters cubed every 60 seconds. And if I just open up I don't know, procurer for max yield. Then I've got the same drones on here doing, well, a little bit less, but I have 2 strip miners doing 738 every 172 seconds. So whether you're actually going to mine more in an Orca is kind of down to your skills and how much you want to spend on rigs and stuff. But when it comes to actually playing as part of a team and giving everyone else boosts, so this is the ship to go for. The porpoise, which is the smaller one, does get similar boosts, but they're not as good. It costs a hell of a lot less, so if you were going to low or null or somewhere dangerous, definitely take a Noctis over an Orca. Not a Noctis, what am I talking about? Where's it gone? Actually, it's hiding. It's hiding behind this. There we go. The porpoise, yes, if you're going to be taking a command ship, a mining command ship into a dangerous area, I would suggest the porpoise. It's a hell of a lot less. It's a lot faster as well to warp around and stuff, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to use than the Orca. So what we'll do now is put a little compilation together of me mining away. We'll wait for the ore hold to fill. We'll take a look at the time now. It's 22:25. We'll wait for the ore hold to fill, or at least get like halfway or something, and see how much we've mined, and see if we can get like an ISK per hour kind of ratio off it. But it does depend on what you're actually mining, all your skills and that kind of good stuff. Alright, so we've reached the end of our hour mining. We're actually 1 minute over, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. So let's see what we got. We got 7.2 million estimated ISKs worth of this pellucid crocite stuff. And we only actually managed to mine out 1 rock, the first one, and we just jumped over to this one within the last 10 minutes. So not bad, really. I managed to get 7 million roughly in an hour. Also, we didn't have to use any combat drones because Xbox Gamers S4 decided to come out and help us in his Gilla. So managed to get even more mining done, and I sneakily managed to get all of the Vex as well. So we got another 527,000 ISKs worth of stuff in here, which again is not a huge lot, but every little helps, and I'll take it rather than leaving it floating around in space. So that's pretty much the Orca. Now, I never seem to make too much money from mining, but like Xbox here and even Harry, who is like an sister corp of ours, so they do it all the time. They seem to make mega bucks, so there's definitely money to be made. If you are looking at joining a mining corp, by the way, we do not explicitly do just mining in our corp, but we have moon miners and stuff, so there is plenty of opportunities to mine. Then consider joining Disowned Heroes here. You can either find the corp in-game and send us an application, or message me in-game at Disowned Hero. Miss Hero is kind of just an alter mine. But message me Disowned Hero in-game and we'll get you in. We do mining, engineering, we do some PvP stuff. We've got like wormhole exploration-y things going on. So lots to do and lots to learn. And we don't care if you've got 10 million skill points, 10 trillion skill points, or even like just 10. So we'll get you in, we'll show you the ropes, and we'll get you making some ISK. So with all that said, we are pretty much done and dusted here. So the Orca, bottom line, very slow, very useful if you're in like fleets solo. If you're solo mining ice in particular, very, very useful. One of the best ships you can get for actual yield from the drones. But other than that, I always think it's a bit slow and not ideal for like solo gameplay. Very, targety. People like to shoot at these things. I mean, if we look at our estimated value now, it was 883 million ISK. And can't shoot back, so it's just a sitting target basically. Yes, it's got lots of tank on it, so maybe ganking is not too much of a big deal, but going to low or null and you'll be a prime target. That's pretty much all I've got to say on this one. Lovely looking ship, Nice to fly. You do feel big and powerful, but maybe not ideal. Only ideal if you're in big groups, again, my opinion. So other than that, if you did like this video, then hit the like button down below. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them. I'll come back to you. If you've not already, smack the subscribe button. We've got lots going on in this channel. We've got new games coming out. I've started live streaming, lots of EVE content. So if you do want to keep up to date, hit the notification bell as well to get like updates and stuff on that. Other than that, I'll see you right here very soon in another video. Bye-bye. We're going to be doing some ninja gas cloud harvesting. Now, I'm sitting here in my venture all ready to go, and there's a very good reason why I'm in a venture, and that's because it's one of the only 2 ships in the entire game which gets a bonus towards gas cloud harvesting. This and its bigger brother, the Tech 2 variant, the Prospect. Yep, and the only ones that get bonuses towards gas cloud harvesting, and the bonuses are